Get started. The show is called Artist Roundtable. So what I'm doing is I'm interviewing different artists, get to know them, let the world get to know them, get them thinking about some things, you know what I'm saying? So we can take their career to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of artists don't understand that they are a business. So you got to understand that first and foremost. All right, so look, today we got Mighty Will all the way out of Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Want to welcome you to the show, man. What's happening with you?
I'm chilling, man. I'm actually feeling good. It's kind of bold. It was snowing crazy today, but I'm feeling good.
Oh, oh man, yeah, it's snowing. It's snowing up there, man. But it's raining like a mug down here, man.
Where you at right now?
I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so how did you get started? And tell us a little bit about yourself. You know who you are, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
Okay. First and foremost, Mighty Will. My name is William. I just started off kind of, I would say like anybody else who was, just getting that music, started as far as like, liking what people think of your sound or, how you connect with people. That was the biggest thing for me, like conveying my feelings, my words into music and then getting that connection from people. So I started off with me and my pops, we was kicking it. I was listening to his studio sessions because, he is a rapper, was a rapper, doing it. Honestly, if he had it like this, he would be doing what I'm doing. But he was doing it, consistently. And I looked up to him. I never really thought I could, do something with it. Like at the time when I was hearing him, I was like 15, 16. But, I started going to his studio sessions. He told me to say something one time and it just took off from there. I just started going to different studio sessions. My boy Deshaun, he actually hooked me up with one of his coworkers. And that's how I started consistently getting into it. So that's when it got to SoundCloud and dropping little songs on Apple Music and stuff.
That's dope. That's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Keeping that family legacy going. You did.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's your why? What keeps you going when the times get hard and when it seems like nothing is working?
I find, and I've heard this from a couple of people, like, this specific song or a certain song be hard, and it tends to be like when I'm going through stuff, as cliche as it sounds, I'm going through it, and referring back to what I said as far as like connecting with the audience, I'm more so like that feeling. I like the feeling of knowing like I'm reaching out to somebody who's also feeling that same way. And that's what keep me going. It's like, all right, it ain't really just about, all right, we banging this song or the 808's bumping or, it's really more so like somebody hit me and said, hey, I'm feeling this way and this song was hitting for me today. And I'm like, all right, I know it was sticking.
That's what's up. And then that's what you got to do, man. You gotta serve your audience. You know what I'm saying? That's what creatives are here to do. You know what I'm saying? We here to serve the audience and give them what they need, give them that feeling that they need to get out of the situations that they're in. And that's how you turn around. Because people are the real currency. A lot of people think like, oh man, I need to get this money, get this bag. No, get to the people. The people pay you. For real. Yep. So who inspires you?
Man, honestly, I gotta give it to Kendrick. Kendrick inspires me. There's two people really. I say Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick Lamar more so in the aspect of the writing and storytelling. It's crazy. His penmanship is crazy. But Drake more so in the aspect of how he can be nonchalant but deliver so crazy. And I've been so inspired by those two because they've gone so hard. Kendrick being on the billboards for as long as he was, Drake never missing type thing. So those two for sure, I would say is my biggest inspirations. Also my pops, I gotta give it to him too because I wouldn't even have started this had he not been laying down verses and stuff on the way to school, stuff like that. So yeah, I gotta give it to him too.
That's what's up, too. And I actually hear those influences too, and that's a good thing to know. Like when your inspiration is real true, you can hear the influence in the music, man. And like You know what I'm saying? You be going hard, man. And I
Appreciate it.
appreciate your music too, for real, for real. And if y'all haven't downloaded yet, y'all make sure y'all go to Apple Music, stream on Spotify, go to iTunes, purchase it. Man, probably will. It's a single. And what's the title of the album?
Will it, will it
Will
album.
It.
Go
Will It
get
on
that.
all platforms.
All
Check.
platforms.
So, like, what's some of your goals in your music career right now? Where do you see yourself in about 5 years?
5 years, man. So I would say one of my goals, I ain't gonna lie. So I don't know if you familiar with Russ, the artist Russ.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really rocking what he got on. His whole movement, how he's an independent artist, he got the whole flow going. He, creating beats, he got content flowing constantly. He doing stuff on his own.
Yeah.
I honestly want to be on that path. Like, I ain't really looking for, like, being in a nice whips and all that. I kind of just want to be in a motion of where this is a job. This is what I'm doing apart from my 9 to 5. I really
Mm-hmm.
want to put my all into it, with the team included, the work we normally put in. I want to see it all pay out for everybody. So my goal is to really see that effort we put in come to fruition and, like, be an independent artist with the team. That way we could just, we calling the shots really. We making those moves and we saying, hey, we need people here, we need people there, or I gotta do this for the team, whatever the case is. I wanna be rocking with the team really. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. And if you keep that business mindset, I'm telling you, it'll take you way further than so many artists, man. You'll be part of that 1%, and like you said with Russ, man, dude is a genius, man. And even with Drake, man, Drake, if you're gonna go towards getting a major label or whatever, you got to learn how to go in there, come to the table, and be able to leverage that situation. So you don't really need the 90,000 that they're gonna give you, but what you'll do is you'll put that up, you'll invest it, and they get them their money back or their albums that they need back, and then you leverage that money. You know what I'm saying? That's how you play the record label game. So and y'all on the right path, man, and utilize that business credit when y'all start touring and doing different things like that. Make sure you get them not royalty, but loyalty points for like the airplanes and the hotels and all of that stuff. Have your business set up, which y'all already do. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all part of music legacy builders, man. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all on the right path, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it when artists take the information that I give them and take it and run with it. Because like a lot of people just sit around and just wait on somebody to come and save them, but nobody's really coming to save you. You just gotta take the wisdom from the people that's giving the wisdom and take that, man, and leverage it and go. Because like that's because like really you are the one, you the CEO of this whole situation. You the CEO. So, we all rolling with you, whatever you need to do, whatever you gotta do, we just there to be vessels to help push you up. So but yeah, man, y'all on the right path, man. And I see that coming too, within the next 5 years, man. Y'all, what I'm saying, y'all just rocking out, man, and hitting the multi-million-dollar marks, man.
man,
I feel it. I feel it.
appreciate it.
What struggles have you faced as an artist so far?
So I would say recently, man, like, and like, it do take a lot sometimes, especially if you're not really dealing with a person who got that fire under them yet, or like
Mm-hmm.
that's really, you know comfortable being uncomfortable. So like the biggest
Yeah.
thing was just slowing down on making so many songs and remembering my lyrics, getting to the
Mm-hmm.
point where it's, I know it like the back of my hand, where I'm out here and I can perform comfortably. I'm really working on connecting with the crowd more so than, oh, am I forgetting some lyrics? Am I forgetting, that's been like a major focus, a major obstacle throughout, these last 5 months. I've been working with it, trials and errors. But that, you know, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say, I would say more so time with content, time with content for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure I'm always having my face out there, just connecting with people too, showing them my lifestyle. That's just been the biggest obstacle. Just making sure I'm devoting 100% of my time that I have to the movement.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. And how important is business to you
Oh,
to operate
that's
a business?
that's for sure. Like, I only finished really like a year and a half of college, and in that time, I took business, economics. I took a business class with my girl actually, and we was going through it. I was learning more so about just life itself, how to work with other people in business etiquette, stuff like that. So I would say business is a big part because now more so than ever, I'm learning more so the business aspect of the music side of it. Of it's like you could do that, but if you do that, it's not really planning and having that strategy for a bigger outcome. And I've learned that from the big homies for sure. So I would say the business is one of the top priorities for
Oh
real.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because the good thing about business is it's gonna stir up the pot, but it's gonna also exactly like how Jay Powell said, and he, you know what I'm saying, even with his group, with UNV, man, like like he was like really focused on the business side of everything. You know what I'm saying? Learn that business. It's music business, so learning business and music. And shout out to Jay Powell for being on the live, man. That's what's up. And so like, what kind of what strategies are you using right now to reach your audience?
Biggest thing I would say is kind of mixing in the trendiness of the socials with what we have for content. So, videos, different clips, the iPhones nowadays, they shooting 4K, 60 frames per second. So, we rocking with that, but really just call to action on most of the reels that we putting out, making sure, we really telling people where to go, being decisive about and strategic about what content we put out. We're trying to work on different series of content just to get people interested, more interested in the movement. So it's gonna be some good stuff to come. I can say that for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. And y'all did your thing on on the music video, nice quality. And then
Shout
like
out
speaking
to
of
the
music
Maniacs.
videos, I'm sorry, who was the
Cinemaniacs, they put it together for us. It was a long shoot, but yeah, shout out them for real.
salute for real. Y'all did a great job on that. And like now, since we talking about music videos, a lot of artists forget that you gotta have different versions of your song and have different versions of your music video too. Because if you wanted to be on TV, can't have no cussing in it, and it got to be in a certain format. So like be careful when you shooting content, with people with a camera. Because like everybody that has a camera, they say, yeah, I shoot music videos, but make sure that they actually do music videos. Like the team that he has, they shoot music videos. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can tell the quality, and they were able to get all of the different versions that we needed. To get placed in like BET and all of the different things like that. So it's definitely imperative to know your business and know how to uh, how to discern. When people are trying to just throw you some little fluff or whatever just to get your business. You know, what I'm saying. You don't just throw your money to everybody, any and everybody. You know what I'm saying. Make sure that you do some research, do your back work. And like J Pop Sue said, like publishing is king because you got publishing coming from that music video, you got publishing coming from the song, and then you got sync placements and different things, and it's man, publishing is a real estate of the game, because like if you notice, they buy a lot of people buying up all these catalogs, so watch, mark my words, they gonna sit up there and try to change the copyright laws now. Because it ain't no way that all these people buying up these catalogs and then they're gonna wait 72 years. And then because I even bought a couple catalogs. So, yeah, we want our return on investments. Yeah. Yep. But so how many shows do you plan on doing this year?
So we did just knock out one on the 15th of this month. We was in Lansing. That was good. I honestly think like the more practice I get, and I feel like every show is practice for me. Practice makes perfect. I still, you know, have my practice for performances. But I feel like knocking out a good 15, 20 shows this year will be what I need, honestly, just to make sure I got stuff under my belt. I could say I've been to certain places and you know, reached out to people that I never thought I would reach out to, whether it's reciprocated or not. But just to know I've had that experience and stuff. So I say about 15.
15. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Now, what steps are you making to make sure that those 15 shows happen?
So we're making sure that each place that we're putting a song out in and we're promoting in that place, we're keeping track of the analytics, um, watching the traction, making sure, you know, we see what's popping, what's not, you know, especially with the socials. You know, we're using different promoting tools to make sure we reach out in different areas. So making sure we stay on top of the areas that is bumping, probably will it album, and reaching out to different promoters who, you know, we say, hey, it's popping over here. Let's go see what we can do here, type thing. So we just making sure we stand on top of the work we building up, not just, you know, like you said, put money into something, just letting it go. We stand on top of it, you know. So
That's what's up. And for all you new artists, he said something real key: analytics. That's how you plan your tours and different things like that. You see who your super fans are on Spotify and things like that. And what you do is you start marketing, introducing yourself, brand awareness. You go into those markets, introduce yourself, and don't try to be like, okay, I'm here in Detroit, and then say I'm gonna go over here to LA. No, why don't you just do like a Midwest run? You know, if the Midwest is on your analytics or whatever the closest three cities are or whatever, or states, you know, start doing some brand awareness around in that area and then work your way out. You don't have to sit up there and do the whole doggone United States or the whole UK or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do it step by step. You know, a lot of artists like to keep rushing. You know, there's nothing to rush for. You know, just plan out and take it step by step. And like, say if you want to go to Chicago, okay, like say we're gonna do a weekend in Chicago. You don't have to wait for a promoter. Rent you a club out. Start because you already created the brand awareness. Do the regionals, and you know everything will work out fine. It's like when you try to attack the whole elephant, that's when it becomes a problem, and you start wasting money. You start going into negative and different things like that, man. And utilize that business credit. So when these trips come up, you know, there you can write them off and you can earn points, get reward cashback rewards and different things like that with it. And just utilize that whole system of of you know of like sewing into yourself so you can leverage, investing in yourself so you can leverage those different cities. And then as the numbers start coming in, you know, shoot, you could always go to a radio station, you know, shoot, you could pay for an ad or see how much it's gonna cost to sit down and have an interview while you in that city, you know. So it's multiple ways around it, but just do it like region by region. Don't try to attack the whole world at one time. Just because it's just like with iTunes. Your music is out there on the World Wide Web, but just because it's out there on the World Wide Web, that don't mean that you know everybody gonna be rocking with it. So you gotta find your audience and serve them.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that.
And then like Jake Paul said, find a popular artist in that area, you know, and do artist swaps. You know, like if you go to Chicago, it may be a rapper that's popping out there. You can be like, hey, look, can I come to your city? And then you be the headliner in your city. But then when you come to Detroit, you know, we gonna rent out this club or whatever, bring you to Detroit. I'm gonna close out, and then you open up for me. You know what I'm saying? You just do an artist swap, and that's how you build relationships and you start bringing awareness that you're out there touring on the world. You know what I'm saying, on the internet. You know, make sure that you're doing the song kick, bands in town, things like that. So you're showing that you're out there actually touring and working. And when numbers start coming in, you got numbers to show like, hey, look, when I was in Chicago, this the tickets we sold. You know, and when we here, it's the tickets we sold. So like certain things that people do in showcases, um, you know, pay attention to that because that's exactly what you need to do your own shows. So you could come to a promoter and say, hey, look, now you come to the table with some leverage power and negotiation power. So, that's how you want to do that thing. You play the game off of your hard work. You say you come to the table with something now, instead of just coming to the table like, yeah, I want to do your club, but I ain't never performed nowhere. And yeah, I should be able to get about 400-500 people in the seats. And you don't even know if you can sell out 100. Start with 100 seaters and then go to 500 seaters. Graduate. It's a whole little system. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure y'all get it, man. You dig? So, okay, we did how many shows? How important is money to you?
That's a funny question. Man, because we know we need money to, that's how the world works. But no, I feel like recently I've learned that money it's important, but for me, my time has been the biggest thing. Like even before I left, I used to work for Verizon. I work for AT&T. The biggest thing going to AT&T was my time. More flexibility, things of that nature. So learning recently and not really realizing that the money isn't the main thing I'm really going for. It's like the work I'm putting in to have that much more time. Money too, but that much more time, So I feel like money is important, but like probably like sixth on the list as far as what I got going right now. And it has to be there just on a mindset thing. I can't be out here. And I'm not that person anyway. I don't, I'm not going to the club. I ain't always, I just either work, eat, either hit the stool, Star Factory, something like that. But I'm normally on the same time frame. So like, yeah, money. It hasn't been like, oh, I need to hoard away like a savings because I know that's money. You got to spend money to make money. Same thing, but yeah, that's how I feel.
That's what's up. You said something key too about you wanted your time back, man. Because like a lot of people think like, with that cliche of time is money, but time is really more valuable than money. Because if somebody said, I'm gonna give you $1 million and then something gonna happen to you tomorrow, then what's more valuable to you? It's your time, because you ain't gonna be able to spend that money because it's gonna be something going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when you value that time, because time is one asset that you cannot get back on this earth. That's the only thing you can't get back on this earth. Money, you can get more money anytime. And then that was one thing. Like one of my business coaches, he embedded in me. He was like, "Man, time is you got to rush to get that. You know what I'm saying? To get the to like a millionaire status, man." He was like, a lot of people like to say time is money, but time really isn't money. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's way more valuable. Time is way more valuable. And you, yeah, man. Yep. And also utilize your job as a business partner. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's so much stuff that AT&T has to offer. I don't know if you looked into it, but AT&T actually sponsors different concerts and stuff like that. So if you come at them with your company name, because I did the same thing for when I worked in General Motors, man. I stopped getting paid off their payroll check and started getting the marketing check. So I started pitching I found out who was over there marketing to do their sync work. So I started getting placements in their commercials. And man, when I tell you, like, that check was way more than my whole doggone year at this, from payroll. So it's like, and you got to think about it, like, AT&T has like different sponsorship packages. So if you do a tour or something, you could come to them as a company and be like, hey, look, I'm putting together this tour. This is what we've done already in these markets, that market. This is the numbers that's coming out. I'm gonna have you all on the banners. I'm gonna have you out on on the commercials, on the radio ads, different things like that. When we do this tour, then boom, now they become your business partner. And they're also paying you to come in to work when you have the time for them, when it's your time for them. You did. So, but yeah. You utilize your job as a business partner. And then that'll keep you also focused on like them days where you be like, man, I don't feel like working on 9 to 5. But you got to. I went back to my 9 to 5 3 times before I finally left, man. And it's been 12 years later, man. God is good, you know.
That's
So
good.
for real. So like you could do that, man. Just keep that mindset like that, and look and see who's over like the sponsorships and the what do they call that, corporate funding, and who's over the corporate funding department, because they're going to be the ones that actually issue the money out. Sometimes you got to come to them 6 months to a year out in order to pitch them so you can get sponsorship money. But yeah, that's the way to go to that. Um, how well do you manage your finances?
Oh, I manage them pretty good. Like as far as I'm not one to like go in my notes or like, I've never and nothing against, people that have like set out or typed out, written out, hey, I pay for this, that. I just really ballpark it because I don't really like I said, I don't really go out that much, unless
Mm-hmm.
it's me and my girl out. I'm a sneakerhead, got some shoes, I'm a gamer, I might, but other than that, I'm really on I save, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Sometimes I save a little bit more than I think, just because I might be sitting my tail down, playing the game, for a couple of days. I'm like, hey, I ain't went out, got a little extra change, stuff like that. So like, I feel like I'm pretty good at finances and stuff like that.
That's
I can say that.
what's up. That's what's up. And that's cool. You said that too about the gaming and stuff, man. Because I know Conniving from D12, he real heavy on the game, and he get paid for it. And who else? T Grizzly.
Man,
T Grizzly do on the gaming. So like, shoot, man, that's another stream and another path. If you ever want to get into that, so it's always some extra streams. They be right in your face, but it's just getting that knowledge and knowing how to utilize it and understand how to do it so it can be beneficial to you so you can serve it. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. Um shoot, that was actually my last question, man. You know what I'm saying? You got any questions for me before we close up?
Um, not off the top. You
Okay.
know, I'm gonna hit you with something. I'm gonna hit you with something. But no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I really I really mess with what you were saying as far as really taking advantage of every opportunity you got.
Mhm.
Tools in front of you that you didn't have. The game you spent to me, because honestly, man, the D League, I came a long way. I gotta say, because not knowing a lot of stuff, and I don't know if I'm speaking for other artists too. Like artists may seem like they're just going, they just but we don't know. We don't know this stuff. We don't know. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah,
It sounds crazy, but you don't know what you don't know. So I feel like people like you, that's a blessing in disguise for real. So
appreciate it.
salute.
Appreciate it. Salute to you too, man. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing out there. Like I said, everybody, yeah, I see the write-offs. Yeah, definitely. When you have your business, you get to write all this stuff off. You know, and instead of just spending studio time and traveling and all this stuff, and you're not getting no benefit out of it from your business. But make sure everything come out that business account though, and don't commingle the money. Do not commingle the money. Trust me.
I feel that.
I sat in that doggone. I don't ever want. I wouldn't want. I don't want nobody to ever get a audit. That stuff is horrible, man. Huh? Sheesh. Hey, man. I'm telling you, man. That was the worst, man. That was the worst 3 weeks of my life. I ran out of PTO time and everything, sitting up there talking to them people, man. So when you get business, there's a lawyer for the words, accountant for the numbers. Make sure you have both of them. If you ain't investing nothing else, a lawyer and an accountant, they'll get your numbers and your words straight. Make sure you don't get caught up in those situations, because man, that tax attorney and my accountant, man, they were a blessing. But yeah, I wouldn't wish an audit on nobody.
I feel you. Yeah.
Woo, that
Yeah.
junk is horrible. Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely, Jay. I'm gonna have you on, bro. Yeah, just hit me up. Okay, so look. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, man. And like I said, make sure y'all go get Mighty Will's album. It's called Will It. And then the single is called Probably Will. It's on all platforms. Go grab that, stream it, run them streams up. You know what I'm saying? We want to support. You know what I'm saying? Let's support each other. Let's support this whole music community and pour back into each other. So it ain't nothing but a domino effect, man. You know what I'm saying? We just keep recycling, and growing.
Man.
That's all it is. You did? All right. Now, so any artists that want to be a guest on the show, just hit the link in my bio. Go to my website, Benjamin ENT Academy, and you can submit to be a guest on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm always here to drop them nuggets, make you think. You did? So we out. Church.
I probably will.